Hey guys, Grassman here, playing a game called Physics Simulation Building Destruction. This is a game I played quite a while. I haven't played on the YouTube channel before. I played myself, I don't know how long, maybe 4 years ago now, maybe more. One of the first games I played on my phone. It's quite a fun game, quite simple. Got a simple like camera movement thing. Just go up to like this ish height, and then we can increase the weight, which is new. Since like the last time I played. And rebuild with keeping the color, which just like, that's just for if you've painted, so you can see like, I can use a paintball and then rebuild, keep color versus just rebuild. So we have a normal bullet, and it's just like, it's a physics simulator, so the point is just like, have fun knocking over the building. You can just shoot bullets at it until, eventually, you get something like that. And then you can shoot bullets at the other side, and then it gets like... Then it gets interesting, because now it's not holding as strong anymore. It's much weaker on the other side. You can see the sides collapse. I also find it very interesting that, like, for the first while... Like, on this, I can see that it's just like, it's a cylinder, like, collapsing in. But then once it touches the ground, it's completely foreign. Here, I can, like, see on the right side, it's like a wall falling apart. Then it hits the ground, and it completely falls apart. Then you can change the bullet. There's an iron ball. So you can change it a fair bit. We can increase the weight. I'll show you what happens if we increase that. It's just like super steady now. Like we can barely do any damage. We can just barely like knock off some of the top stuff. Just like a ton of these, and we can just barely get in. We can decrease it all the way down to 2.5, at which point it just like... At like 2.5, it just very easy fall apart. This is like even like easier for the light ball here. It is just like very satisfying to see like I imagine it as like a Skyrim like tower. There is also a thing where like if you knock something into the water in the back, it's actually water and it splashes. That's also new. So I like to just have it set at one's a normal thing. Here's the iron ball. Oh, is he gonna fall? Not quite. And it's just very fun to like mess with like just slightly different angles. Just like nudge it in some places, see what's gonna cause a collapse. I think the back is loose. Oh, not quite. That's the whole, yeah. It's very fun to watch the buildings collapse, and there's all sorts of different ones. This is just a cylinder for now, but we'll move on to some of the other ones after. It didn't used to have ads. It does now have ads, so I have the plain mode on. And even then, the ads are only like, you see how there's like a black bar on top of the screen? That didn't used to be there, that's where the ads will appear now. And you get like a proper like full screen ad whenever you... That's a big one. You get a proper like full screen ad when you like leave to the main menu to choose another map. So if we shoot this in the middle, it actually creates quite the interesting pattern. We're like, that was a weird version of it. But you can see like the two back parts fall off, and you get like the like just the back bit there holding on. So we knock this, the middle collapses, and then those back two parts fall off, leaving just like the back support there alone. If we shoot more central, there's a similar thing, except the entire thing collapsed now. I think that was just luck. I don't think normally the entire thing would collapse. Oh, maybe it will. See, I think what's happening is the back is getting like actually hit by the iron ball. Oh yeah, here it's fine. And then if we shoot more near the top, now it just straight up like, it tears through the front and it knocks down the back. You can just see like the entire side walls just fall off while the front and back are destroyed. It's just very fun to watch. It's fun to like throw two at the bottom and see what that'll do. Usually you have like a similar effect. It's going down. Oh no, it's fine. What if I knock out here though? Yeah, now it's going down. And then we shoot more like to the top. Then you end up with just like it falls apart as like is it falls apart in like a normal way as though like the top collapsed, and you just have like some spikes of it left, and you have like a destroyed tower. If we shoot really high and just make it like skip the tops, it survives. That's the iron ball. And there's the oversized iron ball, which is even bigger. For size comparison, here's like normal iron ball. For size comparison, like here's the bullet. Here's the iron ball, here's the oversized iron ball. So this one, just one in like the base can do a significant amount of damage. Whereas with this one, I guess I should like leave the animations running, eh? Or not animations, leave the simulation running so we can actually see if it collapses. But with this one, even with like the proper hit in the bottom, it's not gonna knock the thing over. The oversized one, just one hit is enough to knock the whole thing down. That was a very interesting collapse. At this point, like, if we shoot it towards the middle, it just, the entire thing explodes. And then the ball just gets left in the middle. So what's collapsing the back, then? Is the back just collapsing because of, like, the force? Well, I want to figure this out. What? I know I'm, like, interrupting it, but I want to see what's causing the back to fall down. That was a very interesting, like, pattern of it to fall in. Because, like, the ball just hits the front. I guess it's the sides. It gets pushed off the sides. Oh. So the sides get pushed, and then that just drags everything else down. Is the middle gonna fall? Not quite. So let me, like, recenter this-ish. We also have a small bomb. It's, like, minorly destructive. If you shoot in the same place enough, it'll eventually just knock the blocks inwards so much that it falls over. Do you do that? So if we shoot, like, more towards the middle, it'll do something like that. It'll cause the pieces to pop up. But if you shoot towards, like, the base, just, like, slowly misaligns the base. And if you shoot towards the top, it does something like that. It actually collapsed a lot more than I thought it would. I guess that's what it's like to shoot from the back. Oh. There we go. That's a good one. If we like open up the back side, that's actually cool. Okay, now this is the side that's been maintained. Oh. Is it not gonna fall off that? Still waiting to see if it does. Surprisingly, it didn't there. Okay, so now, large bomb obliterates the entire thing. Over here, that didn't quite affect it. Over here, that's enough to, like, pretty much nearly knock the tower. You can see we've, like, compressed it there. In the middle, it just goes. That's just the end of that tower. That's quite an interesting explosion. We choose the oversized bomb. See, like, look at how much damage it did from way over here. Is it just me, or did that look like slow motion? Like, there was the first big bump, and then it just, like, slows down as it collapses. That's very interesting, too. Like, it only made, like, the way it happened, everything, like, fell inwards, and then there were only, like, 2 parts where it went out far. At least on that last one. Push you over there. Oh. Sometimes you can get to live where it's just, like, just barely a little bit of a reaction. We shoot inside. Giant explosion. Something like 2 of these will almost completely clear it. I was able to get it before, to where 2 of them could completely clear the thing. There it took like 5. The strategy was something like that, or 2 at the bottom almost works, but you get the case where it just barely a couple of them like come back around like that. So if we like move the camera now, we can also shoot straight down the barrel. And that, I think, clears the whole thing. I think. Yeah. I think that fully cleared it. So we can also... Oh. Yeah, we can do that, and we can see like what it's like collapsing from the side. That's very interesting that it like falls into 2 halves. So we can choose like the large bomb in the center. That's quite interesting. It took out the bottom, and then the rest just fell down. And you can actually see for a while, like, you can see how it keeps its shape before falling. And if I go like this... Oh no, not quite. You can see how, like, the bottom falls out and then the top holds its form. Very interesting. There are other maps we should get to going to, but... we can choose the small bomb. These ones it can last a couple of. In my testing, I found usually it's able to last 6 of them, or 2 in a row, once. So if we like just shoot one at a time here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's alive. 7. No longer alive. It's actually quite precise how soon it falls. Although if we shoot 2 in a row, now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so still 7, but I think that was an anomaly. But if we shoot 3 in a row, almost always immediate collapse. So that was just some interesting testing I did. I don't think there's much else, like, we can throw like an oversized iron ball in there. If we throw 2 of them, they do that. Which I like, guess that's interesting, the one bouncing off the other. Is it gonna fall? Yeah. Oh, that's actually also interesting. Is gravity enough from these oversized iron balls? No. Well, I guess that was enough, though. 3 of them, though. Oh. Oh, that's only because 1 landed on the wall. Can we stack 3? Didn't quite work. Oh, oh! No, it can't hold them. Oh, it's kind of held... I don't know if that counts. Whoops. But if I do like this... Now if I just do this, it's gonna like bounce off of it. If I can get it to land like perfectly on top... Oh! And then it can hold, but now like any hit's gonna knock it in. But if I do it just perfectly there... I think 3 is too much. I think it can't quite... That's not gonna work. That's also not gonna work. It has to be like they have to hit each other in the perfect way. I can zoom in. I can pause it. I thought I paused it. Hang on. 1. Pause. 2. Yeah, no. Didn't think so. Oh. Maybe. No. I do want to see if, like, this can just barely somehow support 3. Like that? No. Okay, so 3 is too much. It pushes itself down. Let's go to another map now. Main menu. Okay, so we square prism, we'll skip that one. Building, this one's where it gets interesting. That's not, oh, I hit. There we go. So building, this is one of the interesting ones. We'll go through, we probably will go through them all in like subsequent videos, but this one's very interesting. First off, it can hold itself up some, okay, let me show it in like a normal way. So this is what the building is. Everyone got a good idea for what it looks like? Let me like, adjust that. Now, interestingly, it can hold itself up. It can hold itself up missing 1 leg. It can't hold itself up missing 2. There goes the whole thing. Well, actually not the whole thing. It still holds itself up relatively okay. You can see like a lot of it collapses. The back is even gonna fall off. Back top. But surprisingly, the building is for the most part held up. Of course, if we like knock out just one more thing now, it can't stand up after that. No way. Huh. So they are surprisingly resilient. Okay, there goes the whole thing now. Hopefully. Probably? Yeah. It's kind of a slow collapse, but eventually. Okay, so my favorite thing to do is like knock out some of these ones and see how long it takes to collapse. Or like watch it collapse from the side. So if we look here, that is probably gonna knock it. It didn't? What exactly is keeping that alive? Oh yes. This should not be possible. Let's readjust this now. There we go. And then you can watch like the entire side of the building collapse. They do that a lot. One of the logs will replace another log. That happens a lot in this game. Or on this map. Okay. So we can also knock out the corner. And that makes it collapse from the corner, you guessed it. Surprisingly, it didn't do as much damage there. Usually it does more. I'm aiming for the corner one there. There we go. So yeah, usually it does something more like that. You can see it's like all falling from the back now. Even then, it held steady. That's surprising. It's held somewhat steady. And if we like shoot further back there, then the middle collapses. And that tends to bring down more of the building, because then like it's the center and it's only one over gotta fall. So like the back might be fine, but is that gonna take the whole thing down? Yeah. Well, it's taking the top floor down, I guess. Oh, and the next one. Is it? I think it... Oh no, there's like 4 of those sticks leaning on it, but it's not actually fallen. Alright, you can watch it collapse while I readjust the camera. Wow, fun. We can knock out a higher one. Generally, if like a second floor one falls, it's too much for the building. And then it falls down. Or at least partially. This is like really lame today. Normally it falls in better fashion. What else we can do though is we can knock out every second support. That wasn't every second. Every second support can go. That's technically not every second one. That was the first replacing one of the other ones. That's not what was supposed to break. It's fine. But you can see we can actually knock out a surprising amount of them. That was actually quite interesting, watching it collapse from the back. I should, like, let these go further. I keep trying to, like, line up certain things. I'm trying to knock out every second one. That's the back corner. That's not gonna work. That was 2. That one ball hit 2 of them. That doesn't happen often where one ball will actually be able to successfully knock out 2. But if you can... Yeah, you can see here, sort of, there's still some stuff falling. That you can kind of knock out every second pole and it'll still hold on. Whatever it's hitting here is being surprisingly resilient. What? Excuse me? Fall over! Jeez. But then you knock out anything on, like, the second floor, and the whole thing falls. It's the most fun to mess around with, like, the second from or mess around with the bottom floor. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. But yeah, the building is, like, surprisingly resilient. It can withstand a lot of, like, damage, and even when it does start to collapse, often, like, a lot of the building will remain. Here, we're not gonna see that. Sometimes it acts like dominoes, and like a domino wall, and it tears the whole thing down. And then you get that sometimes. Other times, it doesn't, and even though, like, half the building will collapse, the other half will somehow stay up. As you saw a lot of before. Here it is, the whole thing collapsing again. Oh, mostly. You know, there's some rubble. It's like a realistic, like, building collapse, which is, like, what you expect to see. You get, like, you know, like, you get, like, your bomber knocks out a corner of the building or something, a corner of the building or whatever happens. And then you get, like, big damage and part of the top falls off. But then, you know, surprisingly, the building, like, holds itself up. Of course, you know, anyone sneezes and down goes, like, the rest of the building. It's like, oh, hey, the building's collapsing. Like, movie, you know? Oh, hey, the building's collapsing. Don't move. Damn it, Timmy, I said don't move. Or, damn it, Timmy, I said don't move. It's like, the building's gonna fall one way or the other. You moving isn't gonna affect much. At least not in that situation. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, if you enjoy my content, be sure to like and subscribe. One more, let's try and, like, knock out the back ones. Hope you enjoyed. Remember, if you enjoy my content, be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know if you want in the comments if you want to see more of this video. More of this, game, not video. You can watch the video again, you're welcome to do that. Boost my views. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys.